Are you excited about what's in store for us this new year? Are you looking forward to what's up ahead? May the Apostle Peter encourage us to be ready for what's in store for us this new year. In one of his letters, he said, "Therefore, preparing your minds for action and being sober-minded, set your hope fully on the grace that will be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ." Dapat lang na naghahanda tayo para sa mga bagong gagawin natin itong bagong taon. And this passage tells us how we are to prepare ourselves. The original language expressed the idea of preparing your mind for action as girding up the loins of your mind. It is a strange idea for us today because we have nothing to gird up our loins with. You see, during the time of Peter, men wore long robes down to their feet. Workmen, pilgrims, runners, wrestlers, and warriors all wore these robes. And if they were to run, they want to go to work, it is difficult to run or do heavy physical work with the robes down to the ankles. What one did was to pull the robe up, wrap it around their thighs, and they would tie the edge of the robe around the waist. And now, the robe is no longer a hindrance, and they are ready to run or to do some heavy work. It is a very graphic way of saying, ready yourself. Prepare yourself for something really heavy and something really important. It is similar to your expression of telling people to roll up their sleeves if you want them to do some major physical work. And the Apostle Peter is saying, we must prepare our minds for action. It means we must not be loose or sloppy with our thinking. We must be both rational and reflective. We bring the power of our minds under control. We control what we think about, and we decide what we set our minds upon. We are also to be sober-minded, which means we are to be disciplined about what we think about. Huwag nating hayaan kung saan-saan pumupunta yung isip natin. We do not go into extremes in thought that we waste our brain resources. Instead, we are to rest our minds. We rest our hopes fully upon the grace that comes from Jesus Christ, knowing that we have been forgiven through His blood, and that we stand before God holy and acceptable, and embraced by the Father as His children. And as we welcome this new year, just knowing that we are in God's grace should put our hearts at rest. But we are to be ready for the work that God has in store for us this year. We are to gird up our loins or roll up our sleeves, prepare our minds for action so that we can do the work as required of us by God. And as we prepare for what's in store for us this new year, as we prepare our minds for action, always remember, faith matters too.